It is snowing more. Just now, cleared off my car, got it all cleared off, and it's just dumping again. I am Hans, and this is my channel. Today we are back in the van, and we are putting a ceiling in the van. Let's go! I've got my wiring in for all of my lights. I'm ready to put the ceiling in. I've got this wood piece up here, and that wood piece is going to be where my planks will terminate. Got a bracket screwed in, a wooden bracket, so that I can terminate my panels into that. And I have got my panels. These are done, stained, and they're dry. So I've got the chop saw out. I'm going to try to get some of this stuff done before the sun goes down, so at least I can get my pieces cut. So I got a little carried away and I started wiring some stuff in here. I've got some of my lights wired up here, over here, and I put my first piece of wood in. What I did is put some sticky tape, some double-sided sticky tape up on each one of those beams. I was able to put a couple of nails in here, some brads to hold it to these pieces that I screwed into the metal here. So I have a brace holding this part to the frame that's made of wood right here. That will be the same level as this piece right here. So as we go down, this piece and this piece are the same level. And I marked all of these from this center string that I have running all the way down. And that center string is actually giving me a really good mark. My fans are dead center, which is really nice. Everything came out really, really centered. This first one was the most important one. I did the center line. I measured 10 inches over because each one of these is 5 inches this way. So I measured 10 over. Now I'm going to click these ones in that are going to go here. So there's going to be 2 in the center. There's going to be 1 in between here and here that I'm going to have to notch out for this. From that wall right back there to this wall right up here is 163 inches. And so I went ahead and measured that. I've got about 1/4 of an inch gap right here, and I wanted to keep a little bit of a gap on this side. I think it's going to look a little nicer. It'll just finish off and it'll go. You won't even see this unless you're like standing right up underneath here looking up. But this piece is kind of on an angle, and I didn't want to have to try to angle this just right and butt that up just right. And also that would cause a lot of pressure on the rest of this board. If it was crammed up against here really tight, that board would want to jiggle loose eventually or try to come out. Now we're going to put some screws in these in each one. So there will be screws here and here and here in each board, all the way across, all the way down. As I finish this and I put these next 2 pieces in, they're just going to be the roof of the cabinet. And then on this side where they come in, it's going to be the roof of the shower. Right now I just want to get the ceiling in. I want to get the lights in. I'm really looking forward to just being able to walk in here, turn on the lights, and get to work instead of having to drag this production light. We're going to go ahead and get the rest of these put in. Looking good so far. I've got a panel, 2 more panels on each side to put in, and we're going to be all the way over to the edge about right here. We're going to have a little bit of space right here, which is good because I can run wires and do whatever with that space, and then later on I'll come in and either cover it up or maybe it just won't bother me and I'll just leave it alone. But it's looking really, really good. Wow. The cool thing is I found this wood. It comes in 16-foot lengths at Home Depot, so there's no seams. We have a run all the way down with 0 seams, and then these ones just ended here for my fan, so this is going to get trimmed out by the fan shroud, and so is this. And we're going to have this come over all the way to about here, and it's going to look really cool. And I'm going to take these holes and drill these out so that I actually can use these as mounts for any kind of whatever. You get creative. This is where the bed's going to be, so that's all I'm saying. Anyway, so you see I cut my holes here, and this was kind of a tricky thing because I had to really figure out how much light do I need right here at the door. So I put 2 lights right there so that when I turn on the switch that's going to be right there, these will come on. These 3 are going to come on, and I kind of had to figure out where I wanted to put those as well. I wanted to kind of center them in this board so I didn't have something in between like on a seam. Not that it would really matter, but once this wall is here, this is going to be kind of more of the middle of this open space, because this is actually not going to be open space. And so I did that. I've got a bunch of lights here. This is the light for the shower. Actually, this is the switch for the shower. This is the light for the shower. These are for lights that are going to go over the sink and over the countertop right here. So still got to cut those holes once I get this next layer in. And I originally only bought 8 pieces of this stuff. I got 6 of them installed last night, but I went back to Home Depot and I got 2 more. So I still have to stain those 2. It says the stain dries in an hour. And I also want to sand them down like I did on these ones, just to get all the little rough burrs off of the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and sand those, stain those, put these other 2 in while I'm waiting for that to dry, and we're going to do that right now. What I did is I actually went right into these right here, and I screwed all the way across right into each one of these things. And above this, like you guys saw, I have insulation that's underneath here. So we do have insulation in here. It is only 1 inch, but that's okay. I had to have a little bit of room for my wiring in here anyways. So I think this is the best way to do it if you're not gonna be in like sub-zero temperatures. Doesn't this thing look great? This is awesome. Just what I wanted it to be. I've got a little light switch right over here. Push that. This is for the bed. You press it and hold it after you turn it on, and they'll dim down. Press it and turn it off. Press it again. It goes on full light. Doesn't have a memory, but that is okay. So these 4 are for the bed area where I'm at now. These 3 are kind of the hallway. There's going to be a bathroom right here, and then we've got entry, and we've got right here, this is kind of over the sink and over the countertop, and I've got a switch right over here, and that's for these lights up here in the front. So that's going to light up all that. All the fans are working. I'm going to have another switch right here that's going to turn on that light that's on the floor. So when I turn it on, there's a little bit of light right there. And let's see. Got the fans going. These are pretty cool. Everybody's got a remote. These are all working. So this will be the last time I actually have to have a work light in this van, which is pretty exciting. We've got power. We've got solar charging the power. This thing has been nothing, but I was in here for 7 hours last night. 14.3. It was down to 98%. 7 hours of working with the heater on, with these lights being tested and being on and off, and the fans being tested and on and off. I'm stoked. This thing is never going to be without power. There you go. That is the video for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell button if you want to see more content like this. And you will see me in the next video.
Let's go!